I'm going to give you the 5 reasons why I think people are changing to Davinci from the Adobe suites. The first one is money. Davinci is free. Or if you are a business or just want to have the full version, have access to absolutely everything, it's one cost. $295 or £240. That's it. You pay that and it's done. However, Adobe have multiple sections. You can buy Premiere on its own, After Effects on its own, which would just be stupid because that's $25, £20 a month for Premiere Pro on its own, and that's all you get, just Premiere Pro. The other option, which is the one that I've got, but I've got a slight discount, is all of them. So you have access to the Photoshop, to Lightroom, to Photoshop, Premiere Pro, After Effects, Audition. You have access to all 5 of those apps and more. I spend £26 a month. It's £52 a month or $63 a month. Or if you want to pay it yearly, $730, 560 quid. Compared to Davinci's 240 quid, $295 payment, one-off payment. The next one is better workflow, in my opinion. So as you saw in my last video, Davinci, you have access to all 5 options at the bottom of the screen where you can import media, you can cut the media, you can edit it all together, you have your audio set up, you have effects, and then obviously render. That's 6, not 5. Whereas with the Adobe suite, they have specific softwares for each one. So yes, you can do effects and audio editing and all that in Premiere, but if you want the full expanded version, then you'd have to use Audition for audio, After Effects for effects, and then Premiere Pro for editing. And you can transfer them all together. Yes, they all link, but it's 3 separate softwares, which if you're not paying for the whole suite, you'd have to pay 3 separate payments for each one, whereas Davinci is all in one. So their version is Fairlight for audio, and that's basically Audition, but Davinci's version. Fusion is After Effects, but Davinci's version. And then they also have the normal editing, which if you want to class it as Premiere, and that's Davinci's version. And it's all under one software, and you can just click to each button, and again, it all links up to the main editing page? Timeline, whatever you want to, it's better for workflow. The only one for workflow as well, the color grading in Davinci is just better. It's just there. It's just a color panel, and oh, that's another panel as well. How many panels are there? Okay, there is 7. There's the media, cut, editing, fusion, color, Fairlight, which is audio, and then render. So there's 7. I got that number wrong by a couple, but got there in the end. They also have what's called Smart Render. I believe it's called Smart Render, where any change you make, it automatically pre-renders the footage. So when you go back and click play, you get a smooth playback. On Premiere Pro and also After Effects, you don't have that option. You have to pre-render the playback yourself at whatever quality you want to play it back, and then you can watch it. So you have to sit there and wait whilst it does the pre-render so that you can then watch back your footage, or export the whole thing and then watch it back, go back and make changes, which I've had to do before. Davinci gets rid of that problem with their Smart Render, and it's just a game changer. Now we move on to the counter side of that. In my opinion, it could be because I'm used to it, but Premiere Pro has just a nicer layout for editing, and how everything is stored on the timeline itself just makes more sense. But that counter is kind of then countered again by just practicing. Davinci's better.